Welcome back everyone to today's second video. I'm going to be looking at the weather for the next 10 days. Thanks everyone for 440 subscribers and all the support lately. Views are starting to increase a little bit, but not really. So thanks everyone who is watching for all of the support. We're not going to waste much time. We are going to get straight into this. So this is the Central England temperature provisional to the 14th. As you can tell, this year has been quite an above average year, especially February. It's set from June, which was bang on average, which is quite rare in these modern times. We're currently 14.7 degrees, that's 1.1 degrees above average, so we're not doing too bad, but it's probably going to rise after these couple of milder days we have been having. Okay, we're going to start showing you some chart data now and having a look at what's going to happen after the 10-day period. Okay, so this is the GFS 6Z because the 12Z isn't quite fully updated yet. So we are going to have a look at this in a moment. So let's do that. So starting off, no, not like that, with high pressure sitting strong over the country and gentle easterly wind, and we're looking very, very high and dry with that. Move through the week into the weekend, a little low pressure system just to the south of the UK, coming through the channel, making a couple of showers, but it should maybe a bit thundery, but should be okay really. Then as we go into the start of next week, the Atlantic breaks through and we get more wet and windy and settle, courtesy of this low pressure off the Atlantic, and it gets a bit cooler as well from the north there, and it will be a bit more unsettled, a bit like what you would expect for autumn. As we run through into the end, it looks like the Atlantic is going to be taking control and the polar vortex is going to be strengthening up as well, but high pressure may be retrogressing towards Greenland right at the end of the run, or maybe trying to strengthen over the country once again. So that's what the GFS is looking like. Okay, this is the latest GAM midnight run. Once again, we start off with that high pressure over the country, nice and strong as you can see, and then that thundery feature there comes in, a little trough of low, probably bringing us some more thundery showers from the channel, maybe affecting that sort of area there for the south. As we move through, we start to introduce the Atlantic, and we actually get quite cold from the GEM, as you can see, with a nice cold northerly wind. Up to the end, we've got high pressure on the Canadian side of Greenland, and we've got this low pressure trough sitting just to the north and the east, and we're bringing the winds in from a northerly direction, so quite cold from the GEM. Definitely not much signs of that with the GFS latest run, but obviously the 12Z will clarify if that will turn up on any of the other models later today. But let's have a look at the ECMWF midnight run. Okay, so once again, starting off that high pressure and that thundery system, once again that was quite strong, and then that sort of combines with the Atlantic to sort of break down the pressure and take us into a colder, and once again it looks a bit, not for that long, but it does look colder for a time, flow pressure to the north and bringing the wind around that, but only for a time, might not really last for very long with this run like it did with the GEM, whereas the GEM had it lasting from around here all the way up until the end really, and like reinforcing that as we go into the final days of September. Okay, these are GFS ensembles for the next couple of weeks. This red line here is the 30-year average there. We're currently above that, and we're going to be over the next couple of days and staying above it until around the 25th of September, when things start to decline into a cooler spell and a bit more uncertain. And we're also quite dry until around the 23rd of September, where the precipitation spikes start to increase once again. Just there. Okay, let's show you the latest ECMWF chart now. Okay. Alright, so it's the ECMWF chart for the 16th to 23rd of September, and we're looking like this. So we've got high pressure sitting over the top of the country and to the north, a slight easterly wind, and low pressure starting to build in the Atlantic and to the south, especially in the Atlantic, and we'll probably start introducing that later. Whether that turns cold, I'm not sure yet. Finally, we're going to finish off with the ECMWF on samples, one of my favourite charts and data to show on the channel. Only started using it a couple of videos ago, a couple of days ago. 24 out of the 51 members for the 22nd of September got high pressure over Greenland, and we're bringing them at easterly winds once again. And yeah, they are all the same, nothing really changing with that. Let's go to the 25th. By the 25th, we've got a whole lot of different options. So 25 members have got low pressure coming in off the Atlantic, taking us a lot cooler. We've got 12 members going for a more colder northerly wind. 7 members a bit drier but colder once again. This model, I don't know what that one's doing. That's a bit of a westerly. This model looks like we're going to be in from the west or the east. This one looks a bit of a cooler northerly direction, but the Atlantic's breaking in. Finally, let's go as far as we can go, all the way to the 2nd of October. 19 members have got high pressure sitting over the country and a cool northerly, northeasterly wind coming around that. We've got another 19 members going for high pressure over Greenland, Scandinavia, and quite a cold northeasterly there, especially as we're getting into October now. And 13 have high pressure and low pressure here, so we've got the wind in from the north, but not as cold with that one. So with these two together, right up to the end, we're probably favouring a colder setup with the ECMWF ensembles. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in and watching today's second video. Might have another one today, not sure. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.